Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, I thought I would jump on and I'm getting ready to do a sublimation t-shirt, and I'm going to be sublimating on this cotton t-shirt. It is a polyester cotton blend that I bought at Walmart. You guys can see it's one of the George. Hopefully you guys can see that George t-shirts. And I think it's 65, 35, something like that. So this is, yep, 65-35. And hopefully you guys can see that on there. It's a 65-35 polyester cotton blend. So anytime you sublimate, you want to make sure that you're using a higher count polyester if it's not 100% polyester. So I'm going to be sublimating this, like I said, on a polyester blend, and I found the perfect image for it, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I got this image off of Amazon, not Amazon, but Etsy, and I'll link in the description the seller. But this is the image, and it looks kind of faded, dull right now, and that's because it hasn't been subbed yet. You know, sublimation, a lot of people that don't understand sublimation doesn't become alive and vibrant until you place that heat on it. So I'm going to be sublimating at 400 degrees for 60 seconds for a full 1 minute onto this polyester cotton blend. I get a lot of people that one time I did a sublimation onto cotton, but I used the clear matte HTV. And this is the clear matte HTV. They come in the full sheets like this, or also the roll. I get these at Aviva Warehouse, and normally when I go in, and I don't order offline, so I always go into the store because they are located here in Dallas, Texas. But I go into the store and I always check for the clear matte HTV because I know this sells really fast. Okay. So anytime I go in there, regardless of what I'm looking for, I always go and look to see if they have clear matte HTV. And when they do, I grab up just a whole bunch of sheets. Okay. Not that I do that much sublimation with them, but just in case. And you never know when they're going to get it again. So right now, like they are out of the clear matte HTV. And so I get a lot of people to ask me, where did you get the clear matte HTV? That's where I got it. Now I know that Caesar also has clear matte HTV. You probably can Google to locate theirs. They may have it in stock. I know that I've checked them before, and a lot of times they were out as well. So anytime you can find this clear matte HTV, grab it up, okay? But I'm not going to be using clear matte HTV today because I have a polyester cotton blend, and polyester is the higher count. Okay. Um, so some people ask me, can you use the clear matte HTV on a black t-shirt? It defeats the purpose. It's just going to come out really dark, and you're barely going to be able to see the image on that black shirt. So if you want to sublimate onto a black t-shirt, it's better if you use the white HTV, because then you'll still be able to see it. If you use the clear matte, it's just going to look like plastic on the shirt, and it's going to be dull, and you're barely going to be able to tell what the image is. Okay. But when you're getting ready to do sublimation, a couple of things that you're going to need for those that are new and thinking about doing sublimation, you're going to need a lint roller. You can get these at Walmart. I don't know if the dollar store sells them, but I got mine at Walmart, and it was like 2 of them in one little container. So you're going to need a lint roller. You're also going to need heat tape. You're You're going to need heat tape. And I always use my heat gloves. I recommend using the heat gloves anytime you're messing with that heat press, because when that heat press hit this right here, it is no joke, okay? And then you're going to need some type of sublimation paper. I'm using a sub. This is 11 by 17. I actually cut it down. I had someone to tell me in the comments that you don't have to cut it down. Yeah, I know you don't. But I just like to be able to center mine better without all the excess paper around there. So that's why I cut mine. I know if I sub this, it's not going to pick up that outline. Yeah, anyway. So yeah. A sub paper. I'm using, like I said, 11 by 17. And hold on 1 second. It is the big sheets like this because I'm using a large image. So this is the 11 by 17 A sub paper. I get this off of Amazon, and it comes with 110 sheets in here. And I bought this last year, so it does last a pretty long time unless you're selling and you're sublimating a lot, okay? But just for personal use like I do, I've held on to this for a while. Now, the one that I do find myself having to buy more often is the 8.5 by 11. That one I normally have to buy quite a bit of, but this one, it lasts for a long time. So that's the paper. And then I'm going to be using Hippo sublimation ink. You can get this offline as well. I'm not trying to own y'all. Trust me, I'm not. I'll put my shirt down. All right, so this is the ink that I'm actually using. You can also get this off of Amazon. It costs a little bit less than Ink Expro, but the Ink Expro is going to come with your syringes and your needles. Okay, this one does not come with your syringes and your needles. Now, they may have a kit that comes with the syringes and the needles, but when they sent me this, it only came with the ink. And they sent me this to test for them. So I didn't purchase this, but they sent this to me. And this has lasted a long time because they sent this to me last year. Okay, and I still have, some in there. But I like Ink Expro too, and I still have Ink Expro over there. So when this Hippo runs out, game over. Okay, but yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today is sublimating this image. Anytime you do sublimation, you want to treat it just like heat transfer vinyl. Heat transfer vinyl requires you to put it in the reverse or to mirror it. So this image has been mirrored so that when I place it down on my shirt, it'll come out in the right direction. If you forget to mirror, you can just use it as a sleep item because you're not going to be able to gift it to someone like that, or, you can wear it outside if you want to, but yeah. So, lint roller, heat tape, heat gloves, sublimation paper. My printer is the Epson Epson Workforce 7720, 7720. I get a lot of people say, what's the difference between the 10 and the 20, the 7710 and the 7720? The 7710 has one tray holder, and the 7720 has two. The Epson 7720, and I believe the 10 as well, they both can go up to a 13 by 19 in print size, okay? So I haven't went that large yet, but trust me, I'm going to get there, okay? The larger the paper, the more ink you're going to use. So take that into consideration. And what else? So I've given you lint roller, heat tape, heat gloves. My heat press is a 16 by 24. I got that from eBay. I bought that off of eBay, and it was around 400 and something. It was around 400 and something bucks for the 16 by 24. And sublimation paper, sublimation ink, and I think I've said everything. Heat tape, I think I've said everything. But I'm going to be sublimating this at 400 degrees for 60 seconds, okay? And see what we get, okay? So hopefully I answered your questions, guys, in reference to the clear HTV, the clear matte HTV. Where I get it from, can you use it on black? I highly don't recommend it. And oh, I also have Teflon sheets. So I'm going to put a Teflon sheet down on top of my sublimation so that it doesn't bleed, the ink doesn't bleed and carry on to my heat platen. So Teflon sheets I also got from Amazon. Now, the difference in sublimation and fabric transfer is that sublimation lasts a lot longer. Um, the only thing is you can't sublimate on everything. Fabric transfers, you can put that on cotton or whatever. But you have to use a polyester cotton blend for sublimation or either just polyester t-shirts. Now at Aviva Warehouse, they do sell a next level, I think it is. I think it's called Next Level brand t-shirt. That's a polyester t-shirt, but it feels and looks like cotton. So if you want to order some really nice not sublimation, polyester t-shirts that don't look like that old fashioned looking polyester, that looks a little bit more update like cotton, then go to Aviva or order from Aviva Warehouse. And like I said, they are online. All right. So I'm going to take you over to my heat press and we're going to go ahead and get started on this and you'll see the full process. All right, guys, here we are. And I'm going to walk through the entire process when I'm sublimating. So I have my heat gloves because you always want to watch this heat platen. Sometimes we get carried away and we forget that that thing is hot and all it takes is one little slip up, and you hit that, and trust me, it's going to burn you really, really bad. Okay. So the first thing you want to do when you're sublimating is you want to use your lint roller to remove any dust particles, hair, lint, anything like that. So I'm just going to take and roll this off to get to a clean sheet here. And so you want to take your lint roller, and I just said use your heat gloves, and then I don't have mine on. That way if my hand goes up by accident or too far, I don't have to worry about getting burned. But you're going to use your lint roller and you're just going to roll it over your shirt like that. And the reason you use the lint roller is because when you're sublimating, whatever is on this shirt is going to come through with your sublimation. So that's why you want to make sure that you are using the lint roller. You see how my hand is moving all around up under here? At least I don't have to worry about if I touch that platen with my hand, getting burned. So I highly recommend getting some heat gloves. And I ordered these off of Amazon. I'll link them in the description for this video. I'm going to come down about 3 inches from the top here. The first thing you want to do after you lint roll it is you want to press this for about 5 seconds. Just to get any moisture out of the shirt, okay? And I had loosened this up some because I did some sublimating on some wood. And so I had to kind of lessen the pressure on there. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay our image down. And like I said, I like to come about 3 fingers from the neckline. And it's going to seem like, is that really 3 fingers? Because you got that little opening right there, but I think that's good. And then I'm going to go in with my heat tape. I hate when the heat tape doesn't want to cooperate. Okay. It doesn't take a lot of heat tape, guys. I'm just going to put just a little piece on here because that's all a little piece would come off. All right. So let me see if I can tear a thicker piece off. There we go. All right, so I just put a piece at the bottom and a piece at the top, just so that we can keep this in place. And then I'm going to use my Teflon sheet on top. And you want to make sure that everything is fully covered, because when you sublimate, you get the ink bleeds through. So you don't want the ink to bleed through directly to your platen, because the next time you sublimate something, the ink that bled into that platen is going to be in your project. Okay, so you can use a Teflon sheet, you can use butcher paper, some people use copy paper, but you need to use something to protect your heat platen. Okay, I'm just going to take this down a notch and see if I added some pressure, and I didn't. So give me 1 second. I need to tighten this back up. All right, so I'm going to press this at 400 degrees for 60 seconds, okay? And then I'm going to come back when it's about 5 seconds in. All right, guys, it's about 8 seconds. We're going to lift this baby up and see what we got. Okay. All right, so we're going to remove our little Teflon sheet here. I'm going to throw my heat gloves on. You can always tell when your sub has taken really good, because the ink will start to bleed through the paper. And so having the tape down helps to keep it in place so that you don't end up with any type of ghosting. And it also helps, like if you lift it and you see that it needs to go some more, then you can just lay it back down and, you know, press it a little bit longer without worrying that you peeled it up and now you're not going to be able to get the image directly back down like it needs to be. And then you got ghosting because you weren't able to reline it back up. But this looks really, really good. It looks really good. So we can go ahead and take that off. And there we have it. There is our image. I'm going to try to bring you in closer here. So give me 1 second. All right, guys. So this is the finished product. And look how vibrant those colors are. And again, this is on a polyester cotton blend from Walmart. This is a George t-shirt. And it turned out absolutely beautiful. Okay, colors are vibrant. You don't see any lines passing through your image. We don't have to worry about, we didn't lint roll it, and so we got dust particles in there. Look at the face on that. Perfect. 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 And then you got your melanin, your glamour, you're fabulous, and you're beautiful, because you are. All right. All right, guys. I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, then you can chime in the comments and let me know what questions you have. If you're currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want to thank you guys so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed and you would like to, then please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I like to do a lot of tutorials to help you with your crafting, all different types of crafting, not just sublimation things. I'm one of those crafters that likes to venture out on the wild side. So I do some things that, you know, kind of testing things to see how it's going to work. And so, yeah, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also hit that bell notification so you can be made aware of anytime I upload tutorials to YouTube. I also have a Facebook group called Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters, and it is a private group. So those that are currently following me on Facebook, thank you guys so much for supporting me and believing in me to lead you in my Facebook group. And if you would like to join my group, just send a Facebook group request to Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters. And again, this is sublimation on a polyester cotton blend t-shirt that I got from Walmart. It's one of their George t-shirts, and it's a 65-35 polyester cotton blend. All right. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And you know, my motto is each one reach one so that each one can reach one so that each one can teach one. Got tongue tied there. All right, guys. Bye.